Hello and welcome to Chalan Academy. This is your presenter, Professor Kibet. Today, I want us to look at how to survive an economic collapse or a crisis or a recession. First and foremost, I want to give a definition or definitions of economic crisis and economic recession. Let's begin with an economic recession. An economic recession is defined as a period of reduced economic activity, which may involve a slump in the overall economy, reduced wages, layoffs, and financial hardships for millions of people. High inflation, rising interest rates, a spike in oil or gas prices, and a volatile stock market have taken consumers and investors on a roller coaster ride in 2022 and still is. Economic crisis is a drastic fall in the economic performance of the country, which is manifested in decline in production and demand, rising unemployment and bankruptcy of businesses, and this will automatically lead to high poverty levels in the country. In the following section, I want us to discuss about how to personally survive an economic collapse or economic crisis or a recession. These are individual efforts, individual ways that each and every one of us should be able to do to deal with this economic collapse or crisis or recession. 1, start preparing for a potential job losses. It is important to consider the possibility that you can or you could lose your job if you are not in a recession-proof field. Companies will make layoffs if they are not generating enough revenue. Number 2, learn a new skill. This could be the perfect opportunity to work on learning a new skill or trying to switch careers. They say that the more you learn, the more you earn. 3, look for ways to cut costs. During an economic crisis or a recession, it is imperative that you find ways to cut costs so that you can be prepared for a loss of income. Number 4, try to diversify your income. Don't ever rely on one source of revenue. One of the riskiest things that you can do during a recession or an economic crisis is to rely on one source of income. This is your opportunity to try to apply for a side hustle or to look for diversifying your income so that you can have a few sources to rely on. Of course, I know there is talk on side hustles, and there are quite a number of side hustles that people can be able to involve themselves in. The young people can even venture into digital content creation as a side hustle. Number 5, don't panic with your investments. While many investors are going to liquidate to have cash, you should think twice before selling off your investments. So it's a good advice that you don't rush, don't panic and sell all your investments when there is a recession or economic crisis. 6, manage your financial stress. Of course, I know it goes without saying that during the financial crisis, there's a lot of financial stress. But the best is try to manage that stress as much as you can. So to manage your financial stress, educate yourself about business cycles and make a plan to weather this and future downturns that are an inevitable part of any economy. 7, change the way you spend. With a recession or an economic crisis looming, it is time to review your budget. Start by reviewing how your expenses. Try to review your expenditure. In short, review your expenditure and change the way you spend. Number 8, eliminate your debts. Debt often can't be avoided, but there are many ways to reduce the amount of debt you have. So eliminating your debt will eventually increase your cash flow. Number 9, keep track of your monthly expenses. Monthly expenses will add up quickly if you are not careful. Start by reviewing all your monthly expenses and separate your needs such as utilities, your rent, and food from your wants, like a new cell phone or a new vehicle. 10. Look for part-time employment. When times are tough or when times are rough, having an additional source of income can mean a difference between sleeping at night or tossing and turning around over financial problems. 11. Educate yourself on personal finance. There are professionals that can help guide you on your financial journey, but you should still keep up with financial trends yourself on a regular basis. So you can read, you can study, you can research on and educate yourself on personal finance. 12. Live within your means. I know this is what is being said all the time, that you have to live within your means. If you make it a habit to live within your means each and every day, during the good times, you are less likely to go into debt when gas or oil or food prices go up, and more likely to adjust your spending in other areas to compensate. And finally, diversify your investments. Try to build a portfolio of investments pairs that aren't strongly correlated, meaning that when one is up, the other one is down, and vice versa. This could include the stocks and the bonds. So this also means that you should consider asset classes and stocks in businesses that are unrelated to your primary occupations or income stream. And this marks the end of my brief presentation, where we have actually discussed about how to survive an economic collapse or an economic crisis or a recession. And we've gone ahead and given personal ways of actually dealing with this economic collapse, recession, or economic crisis. If you like my video, you can kindly subscribe, you can like, and even share it to your friend. Thank you.